Hello, in this video we are going to start adding our controls. So I'm going to select this, get a sphere, go to vertex mode. I'm going to turn off selection of joints up here, and then select this, scale it up, something like that. And then go to object mode. I'm going to group it. So we group it here because we know when we group it goes to the center of the world, and then our joint or our control also is in the center of the world. So our LRA and our group pivot point and LRA are the same. So, and we also want, and our root joint is in the middle, so that kind of makes that too. So I'll just name this root underscore control. Let's name this root control group GRP. All right. I'm going to duplicate this, and this will be your process. So I'm going to put up my parent constraint option here. Make sure that maintain offset is off. Then I'm going to steadily I'm going to go through, turn on joints, select that joint. So I'll just hide this right here, the base, and then this, then hit apply. Then it should snap to the middle. So, and it will create this parent constraint. So I'm going to delete the parent constraint now that it's in that position. They're matching. And then I am going to scale up my control by the vertices, like this. So that feels good. And this, I'm going to move it up a little bit. This won't move the pivot point, but it'll just move it so it's out of the way, so it's easier for the animators to grab. And then I will do the next one. So probably should start naming also. So this was base. So I'll double select that name that it's should be connecting or will connect to eventually. I'm gonna Control V, paste it in. Just name it control. Control GRP, that. And then do the next one. So I'll start with the root, duplicate it, and steadily do all of them. So I could even just select, I'm going to deselect all these legs so they're out of the way. So it was base B. And that one. So make sure you select the joint, then the group, not the actual control group. Because we want the translates to be added to the group, not the control. There we go. That's why that group is there. So that looks good. And I'll delete this. There we go. And I'll select that. Control group. There we go. And then do it again. So this one, it's because I don't, okay, I have that, now I need to extend. There we go. And then delete the constraint. Control vertex. I'm going to rotate this so that it makes sense for this. Scale down. And you can do different things here, like shape it so that it kind of makes sense what this is used for. So you're kind of try to be clear as much as you can, and then I'll probably move that up a bit like that so it's right in the middle, a default position, and then that feels like I would expect that to be extending out or moving that section. Okay, so that's good, and I'll need to rename this arm A extend. That, and then do the next one. Prefer to do the root because it's like the most default control. I like to start with that. Then that was rotation and this. Turn off the constraints, or delete the constraint. Vertex. This should probably be rotated. And to keep this consistent, I'm going to move it over here a bit and scale it down so it's not in the way. Something like this. That makes sense. Delete the old constraint, we don't need it anymore. So that was arm B, rotation. Being organized is very important in rigging because you're dealing with so much. So the next one, I'm going to try to use this control. So I'm going to duplicate it. Then select that joint, the extend. That. And hit apply. And that feels good. Let's delete that. And then I'll use this one also. But this extend, this is B. There we go. And then this one should match this one probably. So I'm going to duplicate it. Select that arm C rotation and this one. So always the group. We always move it with the group. So if I select any of my controls, they should be zeros, and there's ones for scales. That's it. If there's any kind of values other than that, that means something's wrong. But if I look in my control group, that's where all the positions are. Okay, so do this one. Duplicate, select the claw base, that, Y, okay, all right. So these other parts, I'm going to use a different method for doing the legs and the claws, but we'll do that in a couple videos in the future. All right, bye.